Good evening, Commanders Nation. What's good, man? So today I want to talk about a couple of players on our roster who I think could break out. And I also want to talk about a couple of dudes who are, honorable mentions, stuff like that. But we have a roster filled with young talent. I feel like we have a good blend of young talent and veterans on this roster. And, with the correct leadership, Dan Quinn, it's a recipe for success. But yeah, man, so I have 5 dudes who I think who can break out for us this year. But before I start the list, I got 2 honorable mentions. First, Tyler Owens. Undrafted safety last year. This is a guy where, Will Harris is now the new strong safety. Most likely is going to be a new starting strong safety. Jeremy Chin left us. And, Tyler Owens is an athletic specimen, ladies and gentlemen. Athletic. People are talking about Jalen Lane. Tyler Owens is the Jalen Lane of our defense. He's 24 years old. Could he replace Percy Butler on some 3 safety packages? But, he can not just break out on our team. I'm talking about him on special teams as well. He could be a special teams ace for us this upcoming season. That's one dude. He didn't make my top 5, but I'm thinking about that. He could make a big impact on both ends. And another dude I want to talk about is Luke McCaffrey, my second honorable mention. The Luke. I'm not giving up on the Luke. I love Luke McCaffrey, dude. What people forget about Luke is that he was a quarterback prior. He only had a couple of years as wide receiver in college, so he's very raw, extremely raw. But he's athletic. Ran a 4.46. Wes Welker's in town. Another year in the system. Another year being a wide receiver. So I'm not giving up on Luke at all, dude. I'm not. I wouldn't be surprised if he's our starting slot wide receiver come week 4. Or maybe even week 1. I'm not giving up on Luke, dude. But before I continue, if you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. I would truly appreciate it. So I'm going to go from 5 to 1. And it's going to go basically from least likely to most likely to break out. And most likely to have the biggest impact or whatever. So that's like the metric I'm using. I don't know if that makes sense. But yeah, and also Jaden Daniels is not on this list. So, and I know that might be stupid, but I feel like Jaden Daniels is on his own list. Okay, he's in a different stratosphere. No disrespect to some of these players I'm going to mention, but I'm not including Jaden Daniels on this list because that would be a guaranteed number 1. There's no suspense. So, number 5. Cinco, Javonte John Baptiste. I made a recent video about him. I have a number 5. This is a guy where it's come to the point, all signs are pointing that the Commanders are not just so high, but are just high on him, that they are refraining from signing some veteran free agents that are available for us right now. Like the Darius Smith, Von Miller, and I made a video regarding his whole pass rush rate, win rate, and his detailing everything about this kid. But I'm gonna overall summary. This is a guy where I'm just as a third down pass rusher, we need one opposite Dorrance Armstrong, replace Dante Fowler, yada yada yada. We all know that his injury messed him up, man. He got placed on IR against the Ravens afterwards. Came back, wasn't really the same. But his beginning of his season, dude, he was out there pressuring the quarterback. Run stopping, yes, he needed a lot of work on that. Yes. These are his PFF grades. Granted, PFF says that his run stopping was, a little bit average, but I disagree with this one. But once he came back, he wasn't the same player. I mean, maybe he rushed it a bit, but he wasn't applying as much pressure as much as he did earlier on in the season. Whenever I saw number 90 on the field, dude, this dude was just applying pressure. And, I read a stat saying that, even in the Lions game, Jalen Holmes had a better win pass rushing rate than Javonte John Baptiste did in the Lions game in the playoffs. So, and Jalen Holmes is more predominantly a run stopper. So, but I'm still this kid fits the mold. He's athletic, 6'5". He needs more muscle. Coming out of college, that was his thing. He needed more muscle. So hopefully coming back fully healthy, another year of freaking Chipotle burrito bowls, he'll do it. I think this is a key guy right here. This is he's Weapon X for us. But yeah, man. So number 4, I'm going my boy, and I'm gonna get flack for this. Maybe, I don't know. Quan Martin. I like Quan Martin, dude. I like Quan Martin. His rookie year, Quan Martin was like the best player of the rookie class from 2023, which isn't saying that much, which isn't, honestly. But, because, I mean, if you look at it, damn near everybody's gone except Andre Jones and Chris Rodriguez. That's, Jesus Christ. Ron Riveron strikes again. We heard Coach Witt Jr. say Quan Martin fits the mold of a commander defensive player that he wants. Joe Witt Jr. was singing him praises, especially early on in the season. Joe Witt Jr. loves how Quan Martin is physical. He lays the hammer down. He does. You know, every single time I saw Quan Martin play, I was like, Jesus Christ, dude. Like, this man is, you know, he's out there looking for revenge. You know, like, every single time. And granted, he's not like the 6'2", strong, you know, free safety. You know, but anyways, what I want to get to him is like, another year at free safety could do him wonders. Because as some of you guys may know, I'm pretty sure we all know, in Illinois, he was a jack of all trades. As a matter of fact, that's why Ron Riveron drafted him. And we all know Ron Riveron got a freaking erection when he ever heard the word versatile. It's annoying. A jack of all trades, but a master of none. Ron Riveron saw that and was like, oh, my guy. And got him. But even with that, because like back in Illinois, I mean, like, dude played strong safety, outside corners, slots, you know, free safety. I read a stat that he only played 27% of his college snaps at free safety. He was a jack, but you know, he did really solid at all, you know, positions on the secondary. And at Illinois, he gets drafted to us. His rookie year plays predominantly the slot, and that's what, you know, they had him in mind. Like, he's going to come here and play the slot. He had a really solid rookie year. He was our best rookie. And, you know, a lot of us were excited about him. Then coming into this year, and, you know, he gets moved over from slot to free safety because of the drafting of Mikey Sanisto. And rightfully so. And, you know, he kind of like, he did well. He did solid. He did real solid. I'm not going to say he, like, stood out. No. Definitely in coverage, he can improve a bit. Can definitely, you know, like he was in position to get more turnover, more interceptions. You know, there's a couple of them that he dropped. I'm looking at the Tampa Bay Buccaneers game when he didn't freaking turn around. He didn't turn around. He turned around. Anyways, we won that game. But you know what I'm talking about. You know which play I'm talking about. But with him, you know, just another year of experience is just like, to me, is what I'm looking for with him. Granted, the shoulder surgery, that's done with. Hopefully he's back and fully healthy this upcoming year. You know, hopefully he can take the next step for us this upcoming season. I'm pretty high on him, dude. I like him. You know, he's a football player. He fits, in my opinion, the Adam Peters type football player. But yeah, number 4, Quan Martin. Number 3, I got Brandon Coleman. I think that's a little bit too high for him with number 3. I was thinking about putting him in number 4, honestly. These are his PFF grades. If you look at the PFF grades for Brandon Coleman, it's all green. It's all green. Pass blocking, run blocking, overall grade. He was pretty solid. And, you know, like, we all know the story with him. His rookie year with us, starting left tackle, granted, he was switching a lot with Cornelius Lucas at the beginning of the season. Pass blocking wise, he started off really strong for us. As a matter of fact, like, he held his own against Trey Hendrickson, Myles Garrett. You know, then, you know, towards the end of the season into the playoffs, he went from being a guy who was really stout and solid as a rookie at left tackle to being a liability. Granted, he had injuries. Could that have played a factor in it? Yeah. But, you know, this is a guy who meets the measurements, athletic specimen. This is a guy where now he's not going to be left tackle because Laremy Tunsil's here. But he's not going to be right tackle either because Josh Connolly is now here. I'm thinking he's going to go left guard. It hasn't been, Dan Quinn hasn't said it yet, but I think he's going to go left guard. And, you know, this is where, like, I'm just like, okay, him playing next to Laremy Tunsil on the left, Tyler Biadasz on the right at the center, left guard is perfect. 2 stout veterans teaching him the way. I think Brandon Coleman, if the way he did like that at left tackle, if he reverts back, which he should, to his early season success, I'm just like, he could be a freaking beast at left guard. I'm high on Brandon Coleman. I definitely think he's a starter for us at offensive line, at hopefully a left guard. Dude, Laremy Tunsil, Brandon Coleman left guard, Tyler Biadasz at center, right guard is Sam Cosmi when he's healthy. Hopefully he'll be healthy by the start of the season, but he might start on PUP. Right tackle, Josh Conley Jr. We got our starting O-line for the next. They're all under contract for like the next 3 years. 2 years now. With Tyler Biadasz has 2 years left. Dude, consistency, like, and then like to me, I'm excited about this O-line. Now, nobody is gonna touch Jaden Daniels this year. Well, not until Sam Cosmi comes back. I want Sam Cosmi to rebound too. But anyways, I want to finish this video. Number 2, I might get flack for this one too. I got Frozone at number 2. Frozone, Mikey Sanisto. People might be thinking, Alfonso, you dumb dick. He already broke out. No, he didn't break out. I mean, he had a great rookie season for us, but that's not his ceiling. I mean, he has another step to go. He can go from having a great rookie season to a Pro Bowl cornerback as a slot, perhaps. So like, I made a couple videos. I don't know if you make a Pro Bowl cornerback as a slot, but I mean like Pro Bowl type player as a slot. You're like, I made a video about him earlier regarding his stats and his coverage grades. And these are his PFF grades, by the way, from last year. I liken him to Antoine Winfield. Antoine Winfield from the Vikings. Antoine Winfield didn't predominantly just play slot. He played out in the boundary as well. And obviously it was per, scheme, per, package, per opposing team. But, I just feel like Sanister could take that next step. And that's why I have a number 2. Like, Sanister, like, we all know, like, he came in to be slot. He started off the season a bit rough, only for like the first 2 weeks. Then he started getting his mojo. Once he got his mojo, he never let go of it. Sanister went on that boundary, and he held his own. As a matter of fact, he hit more than he held his own. 2 interceptions against the Lions. He had a great rookie season on the slot and on the boundary. He's going to be interchangeable. I even with Trey Amos here, which Trey Amos is most likely he's going to kick Michael Sanister to the slot. I still think there will be times in this season where Sanister will be playing out in the boundary as well, depending on the matchup. To me, it's just like you got to find a way to get Sanister on the field as much as possible. I have him number 2. And then my number 1. I might add some drum edits to this shit. I got Johnny Newton. Now, I should have probably had Frozo number 1, but Johnny Newton, talent-wise, has the highest ceiling out of all these players, not named Jaden Daniels. Let me double check my list if I'm not sounding like a dumbass. Yeah. Johnny Newton, dude, talent-wise, has the highest ceiling out of all these players. Pass rushing-wise, I think he's going to be a stud. He's not there yet. He showed flashes last year against the Bears. This man was dominating against the Bears. Run stopping wise, he needs to improve there. These are his PFF grades. But I'm just like, in my opinion, I'm just like, dude, this is a guy where he has all the talent. The mental is there. And not only that, but we need him to break out. We sorely need this kid to break out. Like, I'm kind of manifesting this one, putting him number 1. Because I'm just like, we need somebody opposite Daron Payne. And even then, Daron Payne, he's not holding up to his own. He's not, holding up his own bargain. Johnny Newton breaks out this year. Oh, we're good. We are good. If Johnny Newton breaks out, dude fell to the second round, was supposed to be a top 15 pick. And then because of a, injury, but I have a number 1 because I'm just like, no, the ceiling is just way too high for this kid. To me, it's just like, I don't know what's he's very reminiscent of. I might get flack for this too. I'm gonna get flack for this video. Just freaking copyright this video. He reminds me of Jonathan Allen. Not like play style wise, well a little bit, but Jonathan Allen for his rookie year, for y'all who don't remember, possibly, I don't know. He only played like 3-4 games. I think maybe max 5. And then he got injured, he got put on IR. But during those games, he was only playing nickel, and he was getting home at times. He wasn't sacking, but he was applying pressure. The very next year, he broke out and had 8 sacks. I think Johnny Newton could possibly do that for us this year. He has the talent level, same as Jonathan Allen. And if he does that, it's going to give our defense such a huge boost. I'm putting him at number 1 because I kind of want to manifest it as well. But damn, like Johnny Newton's a guy where it's like he is a critical player for us this upcoming year, especially for our defense. But yeah, man, let me know what you guys think. Oh, my bad. I had a narrowly missed list. I got 2 dudes. Ben Sinnott. I like Ben Sinnott, but I don't think he's gonna. He's not in the top 5 in my list, and he's not honorable mention not because of his talent, because he's still very raw, but because of the situation. Zach Ertz is going to be tight end number 1. They pay John Bates 3 years, $21 million. He's going to be tight end number 2. John Bates is one of the best run blocking tight ends in the league. I don't see that many snaps for Ben Sinnott. And, you know, if an injury does happen, then yeah, possibly, but I'm not accounting injuries in this list. I'm the guy where I want more 3 tight end packages, especially in the red zone. Not even that. On short downs, 3rd and 1, 3rd and 2, I put out all 3 of those tight ends. Bring them on the field. I want Ben Sinnott, dude. But I'm just trying to be realistic. I think Ben Sinnott, his year to break out is next year. His year to break out is next year, dude. Because I don't think Zach Ertz is going to be here after next year, honestly. He's in a 1-year deal. And then, number 2 is McGee. Jordan McGee. It's the same thing. Situation. I think McGee's year to break out is next year. Bobby Wagner is going to man middle linebacker, like, you know, especially run down. Now, McGee could have a big role on 3rd down nickel packages, replace Bobby Wagner because Bobby Wagner started the season really strong last year, but then his play started waning towards the end of the season, and it's understandable because he's buffed there in age. But like, I like McGee, I really do. But I think his year to break out is next year. Because then again, I don't think Bobby Wagner could possibly be here next year. We don't know yet. Next year is going to be, to me, it's going to be McGee versus Kay Medrano to replace Bobby Wagner. I think Kay Medrano definitely needs a year or 2 to develop. McGee possibly as well, because McGee didn't play that much last year. So, even with that, I had them as narrowly missed. But, yeah, man, let me know what you guys think. This video is long. I don't like long videos. But, let me know what you guys think, y'all. Did I miss somebody? I don't think I did. I looked at the entire depth chart, looked at the entire roster, and I was just like, who's else going to break out? Percy Butler? I'm rooting for dudes. I'm rooting for anybody who's on my roster. Percy Butler, Brian Robinson, whoever y'all hate, I'm still rooting for them. But yeah, man, if you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. I'll truly appreciate it. Till next video. Peace, y'all.